Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I'm going to start doing the Regent for Algebra 1 January 2019. I'm in part 2. So, first question, in part 2, solve algebraically for x. So I have inequality. I am going to get the variable on one side and the numbers on one side. So minus 2000. So 1600 plus 1.02 is less than 1.04x minus 1.02, so 0.02 x is more than 1600 divided by 0.02, so x is more than 80 80,000. Question number 26. The number of the people who attend the school last 6 basketball games increased as the team neared to the state sectional game. The table below shows the data. So that's the number of the game 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and that's it. Now, state the type of the function. So I have to be sure if it's linear, if it's quadratic, I don't know. So here I add 1. I'm testing first, adding 1, adding 1. Over there, I'm adding 787 here. 12, 7, 11, 87, 87. So the rate of a change, it has a constant rate of change, which is 87x. Okay, it's a constant rate of change, so that's linear. Why? It has a constant rate of change. Question number 27. Solve algebraically. So I have many ways. One of them is factoring. So 1 times negative 9, giving me negative 9. The factors for 9, 9 and 1, 3 and 3. And for the minuses, the difference here is 8. Here is 0, so I'm picking up the 8. So I'm saying x squared minus 9x plus 1 x minus 9 equals to 0. The common factor here is x, so I have x minus 9. The common factor on the other side is 1, so I have x minus 9 equal to 0. I have the same parentheses, so x plus 1 multiplying by x minus 9 equal to 0, so x equal to 9 and x equal to negative 1. Now, explain the first step, so I used factoring. If you use the quadratic equation, you're going to submit the usage, you use the quadratic equation according to the type of the stuff. The graph below of the function ft models the height in feet that a bee is flying above the ground with respect to the time it traveled in t seconds. State that all the time interval that the bee has a rate of change 0. So rate of change 0 means I have constant function. Okay, so I have no change in height. So here's 1 between 2 and 6, here's 2 between 14 and 15. So the time interval between 2 and 6 union between 14 and 15. The reason the height didn't change, so I don't have any change in rate of change. Now we want me to graph this function, so I have to get some value. Okay, so here x, y, if x is 0, okay, so y is negative 5. If x is 1, so I'm sorry, if x is 0, so 2 to the power 0 is 1, 1 minus 7 is negative 6. When x is 1, it's negative 5. When x is 2, 2 to the power 2 is 4, so it's negative 3. When x is 3, y is 1. So I'm going to graph that on the axis. So when x is 0, it was negative 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here, negative 6. When it was 1, it was negative 5. When it was 2, it was negative 3. When it was 3, it was 1. And sorry, it should go through all the points. So that's the function, and the label it is 2x to the power x minus 7. Now I finish the graph. The second part, determine when x is 4 if fx is more than gx. So 2 to the power 4 minus 7, that's f for 4. 2 to the power 4 is 16 minus 7, it's 9. Now g4, 1.5 times 4 minus 3, which is going to be 6 minus 3, giving me 3. So g4 is less than f4. Okay. Question number 30. Determine algebraically all the zeros. So the first step, I'm going to take the common factor, which is 3x. So I got x squared plus 7x plus 12. What are the factors for 12? When I added them, giving me 7, it's 3 and 4. Now, either 3x equal to 0, so x equal to 0. Or x plus 3 equal to 0, so x equal to negative 3. Or x plus 4 equal to 0, so x equal to negative 4. So these are the zeros for that equation. Now, Santina is considering a vacation and host and has obtained high temperature data from the last 2 weeks for Miami and Los Angeles. Okay, which location has the least variability in temperature? Explain why you arrived your answer. So the variability means spreading of the data. So means he asking you about the standard deviation. So I'm going to insert, I think a graphing calculator there, yes. And I'm going to use the calculator to calculate it. So 76, next, 75, next, 3, next, 73, next, 16, next, 66, next, 76, next, 81, next, 83, next, 85, next, 83, next, 87, next, 18, next, 80. Okay, and calculate statistics. So here I see the mean and all the values. So here the value for the standard deviation for the first one. I'm going to write it before I forget. It's 7.498. That's for AM. I'm going to do the same statistics. Okay, but for Los Angeles. I'm going to circle it again. 74, next. 63, next. 65, 67, 65, 65, 65, 62, 62, 72, 69, 64, 64, 61. Calculate the statistics. So here the standard deviation comes 3.7767 for Los Angeles. So the one with the least variability is Los Angeles because its standard deviation is less than the standard deviation for Miami. And I use the calculator to calculate the standard deviation. When I ask you about the variability, I use something measuring the spread of the data. Now, solve the quadratic equation below for exact value for x. So the first step, I can do it anyway. I minus 5 from both sides. So for x squared equal to, add 5 for both sides. Let's do subtraction. Add 5 for both sides. So for x squared equal to 80. Divide by 4. So x squared equal to 20. Take the square root. So x equal to plus or minus 2 radical 5. 2 radical 5. That's one way. Okay. Or I can use the difference between two squares. How? Subtract 75, subtract 75. So 4x squared minus 80 equal to 0 divided by 4. So x squared minus 20 equal to 0. That's the difference. So x minus radical 20 multiplying by x plus radical 20. And from that, x equal to radical 20. From the other one, x equal to negative radical 20. And I can leave it like that, or I can write it in the decimal form, but I prefer the radical one. Wish you understood part 2. Have a good day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.